Hi everybody, welcome back to Majestic Collectibles. I've got some flea market finds here. As you know, I just came back from the Independence Day show, flea market in Spirit Lake, Iowa. Picked up some goodies. This is just a very small batch of them, to be honest with you. But I thought I'd start here because I've got a box of smalls and paper and stuff that I'm going to dig out. We'll do a separate video on that because there's a lot to go over there. But these are just some of the highlights. These are all the comics I picked up and a couple other neat pieces. Hey, click like, hit subscribe. You know, if you got any comments or questions, let us know. Check out our eBay store and Facebook page. It's all under Majestic Collectibles. So we'll get started here. So I bought this batch of comics from a dealer friend of mine I've known for about 30 years. He sets up kind of across the aisle kitty corner from me. He cut me a good deal, I think. Thanks, Jason, if you're watching this. So there's one comic missing. I paid $500 for this stack, but there is a comic that's not in here. So what happened is I got back and I met with Jeremy from No Coast Comics, and he's going to press it for me. So there was an X-Men 24, really nice book, but it had, the top half of the spine was rolled a little bit. So I'm probably going to keep the book. It could be, a really nice book, and I don't press. I don't know how to do that pressing stuff. So he said he'd press it. It'd probably take a few weeks, and I didn't wait that long to shoot the video. So just keep in mind there is one book that's not in here for that $500. This is one, I love the mystery in space, especially the low numbered stuff. That's number 40, I think it is, yep, on there. And again, another sci-fi, I believe that's a Ditko cover on that. Strange Suspense Stories. These, I used to be able to pick them up from time to time, but it's not one I see much anymore, and that's the Forbidden Worlds with the Herbie. And this has the Liz Taylor Cleopatra cover. Not great. You can see it's just got a lot of spine stress on it. But I usually pick them up because they're just too hard to find. There's another BEM cover. That stands for Bug-Eyed Monster, B-E-M. Always been a big fan of BEMs. I have a couple of these. This one is quite a bit nicer than the one I have, so I was really happy to get that. Got some more Tales of Suspense. I've been able to pick up a few of those. I haven't had any for a long time, and now this year I seem to be tripping across small batches of them. I always like this with the Nazi robot cover on there. Cap's fighting them. I'm not a Thor fan, but I always like that cover. I don't know why. That is just an awesome Thor cover. That's Thor 127 on that. Great book. Here's a pinup book. Probably will resell this. A little hard to find, not as popular as they were 10 plus years ago with the paper doll collectors, but the square bound stuff, and it's pretty typical. You know, they got a little bit of a rolled spine, a misbind on it, but still a great looking book. Here's another one, just another one for my sci-fi horror collection. I really never went after the Charlton ACG stuff much, but I'm going to start trying to pick that up just because I don't see it. I just don't see it. That's number 2. I'll have to check. I think that's an upgrade for my Blackhawk collection. That's Blackhawk 145. We'll see if that's an upgrade or not. I'm pretty sure it is. There's another Tales of Suspense 71. Good book. Not the best cover. Okay cover. Archie Annuals. The early annuals are kind of tough, especially when the spines aren't like cracked or destroyed. And this one actually, there's a split up there and some creasing down there. But it is one of the nicer annuals I've seen for a while. They usually get beat up pretty good. There's another Tales of Suspense 91. Iron Man and the Crusher. Iron Man and the Chicken Dish. Mandarin. Here's an upgrade for me. I've got this. I've collected GI Combat for a long time. I'm just kind of upgrading stuff, and I don't see nice books. And this one's probably barely a find, but it's still nicer than the one I have. First Haunted Tank, gray tone cover. I have this book too. Again, this is an upgrade in my collection because my other one is like missing a chunk out of it. It's really rough. One of my favorite covers. Always enjoyed that cover. And here's probably two of my favorite books of the whole batch. I got the Venus #4. Now the cover's detached at the bottom staple on this one. It's I suppose it's a VG. You can see there's a lot of wear on it, a lot of whitening. So I don't know. You know, if you actually graded that at CGC, I'm not quite sure it would make VG on it. But it's still a great cover and a great book. And I got a Venus 5. And you can see there's a stain there, you know, right in this area. It's not really a stain. What it is it's foxing. It's turning brown on the inside. I don't know if it was heat or humidity or a combination of things, but the paper's starting to turn. It's not real bad. It's not brittle yet, but that's a sign that the paper's starting to turn. But anyway, happy with that. Remember, X-Men 24. So that was all $500. So that whole stack plus the X-Men 24 and VG. So let me know if you think I got robbed on that. Couple of more pieces. This came from a dealer in the next building. And it's another paper doll piece, Natalie Wood. Not one I see a lot. I do not see a lot of the Natalie Wood paper doll stuff at all. And unpunched. So that was really interesting. You can see that's an unpunched card. The clothes have been removed. But the dolls haven't been punched. So I don't know if it doesn't look like they're used. The tabs are fairly straight, so I guess they just never got around to playing with it after that. I don't know. 1957 is the copyright date. Great photo cover of Natalie. I don't think it's worth a ton. That again, paper dolls aren't worth what they used to be, so we'll see on that. What I have in the Natalie, I think it's $15 I spent on Natalie. So Flash Gordon, this is kind of a radio adventure. I'm really big on old-time radio programs. This is from 1979. I don't know if you can quite read that stamp. Well, this one might be a little better stamp. So it's discarded from the McAllen Memorial Library, McAllen, Texas. So evidently that was it's a library record. I can see why they discarded it, not because it's damaged, because I don't think anybody ever checked it out. To be honest with you, the thing is just pristine. Not a scratch on it. Gotta be honest, I was kind of hoping to play it, but now I'm like, well, maybe I better not. I don't think it's worth much. You know, I think I spent a couple, $3, $4, maybe $5 on it. But again, I'm a big Flash Gordon fan. I love that pulp sci-fi horror kind of stuff. And it was a neat little record. I don't remember ever seeing it before. So 1979 there. Now these are the original radio broadcasts for The Shadow. Now this is volume 3. And each side is one episode. So there's only 2 episodes, near as I can tell, on there. Artwork's okay on this one. It was a bit of a boring cover. Again, the record. Wow, record is really sharp. So that's volume 3. I think, I'm not sure. I think this is volume 1. It's a Coca-Cola record. So I don't know if it's in the same series or not. Oh, you know what? It might tell me on the record. So this one's 1974. Let's see the year on this one here, if I can find a year. 1972 on this one. And this was a Coke giveaway or some sort of premium. Both by Mark 56 Records. I'm not familiar with them. And this just says The Shadow. There's no real volume on it. But, boy, I tell you what. Absolutely pristine. No sleeve. I'll have to see if I got an extra sleeve. I definitely want that in a sleeve. I like the cover art on this one just a little bit better. Not great, but at least, you know, you can recognize the shadow on it. And these, I think I got $5. I believe it was $5 a piece on the Shadow records. From somebody I bought from before. So not too bad on that. I didn't think anyway. So anyway, you know what, guys? I'm going to get some other stuff. I've got some action figure mystery boxes I'm going to do, so it's going to be a very busy week, so keep an eye out from some, a bunch of new videos, and thanks for watching.